Hello, welcome to another Blueprints playthrough. Part 4. It was almost like I wanted to say Blue Light Special. People are old enough like me to remember Kmart. So, I have the Blue Light Special. It was funny when I was growing up. We had a Kmart, and that's also when you had the rise of all the arcade games and Aladdin's Castle. So, like, if we went to the mall, there was Aladdin's Castle. Kmart had a bunch of games we could play. Some of the bowling alleys around would have games we could play, like Tron. I remember playing that. Good times. Good times. Good times, my friend. All right. So, let us continue. I guess I actually have to do what I did last time, which is to give it the focus. So we learned some things last time about like what rooms do what, and we need the garage on the west side so we can actually get out, which I did not realize you could do. But still don't know if there's any real way. Like it mentioned things about luck, and there are rooms that give you more luck if you build them. So that might be something that we need to investigate and try to push towards. Let's do the parlor right off the bat. See, this time, okay, so we didn't get the magnifying glass this time. Okay. Because the last time we did, and I was like, oh, that was new. The gems are in a box with the word blue on it. Not blue, but the word blue on it. That has nothing, so we don't know if it's true or false. The gems are in a box that is actually blue. So I think it's this one, because this one is true, then this one is false. Oh, first one I failed on. Oh, it had the word blue on it. Okay. Oof. We're off to a great start. Oh well. So there's to be a corridor and a spare room. I mean, in terms of what you get in it and like what actually shows up, like I don't think you get anything significant in this room. A den, a bedroom, and a guest bedroom. Why not? Oh, we got a gem. I didn't even see that. All right. A nook would get us a key. A storeroom would as well. But there's nowhere else to build off of it. Though if I put a nook there, I don't really get a benefit because it's going to close off either way unless I could go the other way. So I think I'm going to put a storeroom in. Hammer. Pingvio. Hello. Grab that. Grab that. All right. Enjoying the game so far, yes. And I forgot to mention, as always, because this is a new game to me, this isn't just for you, but anybody who watches, please no backseating. I'm trying to experience this for what it is. But yes, to answer your question, am I enjoying the game so far? Yes. slowly but surely. It is, to me, it's a slow burn. I feel like, as I'm doing this, I'm slowly picking up like how this works and what it does, and leads to a room of a color of your choice. Sure, it's no worries. Okay, appreciate it. But that's also just for like if anybody for some reason watched this VOD later. So let's do Green Thumb. I'm around day 90 and I love watching first reaction. Okay. So we don't have a way to go to a green room just yet, but I picked that anyway. So you're on day 90. I'm on like day 12, I think. So I definitely have apparently a long way to go, which is fine. It's fine. That's encouraging in a way because it makes me feel like, yeah, you definitely have to keep going, so to speak. Pantry would get us that. Should be mostly gone after around day 20, I think. The slow burn is real, but that's by design. Okay. Even that is a little bit of a hint. So that's the stuff I'm kind of... I mean, I get it. It's not like you need to do this type of thing. But... yeah, I think I've kind of figured out sort of the meta goal or what you're really supposed to be doing in this game, I think. But I could be totally wrong. Now, I put up a secret passageway to get here, and I remember now, yes, I never did this before until I learned in the last game that shovels can dig up dirt. And we got some coins. Yippee! How many? We got 3. Okay, and then there should be one over here. I barely see anyone complain after day 20. Ooh, turnip. Okay. Got some extra steps in. Excuse me. Yeah, I meant like I'd say like the first 5 days I was kind of like, okay, it looks very pretty and it seems like it's an interesting story, but I was almost getting close to being bored. Like, what is the point? And you start seeing new rooms, you start picking up more clues, you start figuring more things out, and of course, I'm still like, you see, what is it, day 12? But there's definitely more interesting. Fully fine to do things fully your own way. Yeah. It's interesting you made that analogy to board games. So, all right. Wait, which way we're going? So we're that way. Let's go this way. I don't have a gem, so I have no choice. Well, I had a choice. I could have gone to the chapel. Security. Don't have a gem, so I can't do that anyway. I have enough steps. I have to admit, the chapel, like, it is a red room, as we found out. It's like, beware of the red rooms, but because you lose that coin as you walk through it. But I swear on one of my other playthroughs, not of the whole game, but like the part 1 or when I first started this, I thought I came back into this room and there were coins sitting there. I thought that was odd, but whatever. That's what all just stuff assures you that you're not crazy with what you see and feel. I've helped people before to not give up. Yeah, I've gotten that kind of hint a little bit with... because I haven't read much of the game at all. I've tried to go into this very blind and not knowing much of anything. But I've kind of picked up on what little I've heard is that you have to just keep playing it. And eventually it will kind of kick in. Yeah, I never looked at... because I'm not Catholic. I don't follow religion, but my wife was Catholic, and these are like the Stations of the Cross, I think, but they're not really stations. It's like that's a farmer, sort of, and then that's a Made? That's odd. It's like, I never really looked up at these before. Is that like a chef? Another farmer type of thing. That's the crest. Can't really see what's behind that. Angel and then that. I literally put in my Steam review, it's really hard to decide how much to spoil the people to make sure they don't give up. It's real. Yeah, and as I found out, you can't save the game, which I will still say that I think it was that is the one negative I've seen so far in this game. Because like if I'm halfway through a day, I think I'm doing fairly well, but I have to go somewhere, I got to do something. You can't save. You got to call it a day, and I'm just like, well, you could leave your computer on, but no. Then I got to leave. Well, you could leave the game running, pause, but I'm like, well, no, I don't want to do that either. You know, it just seems like, why don't you just let people save where they are? And I don't think it would be that hard to save the state of what you're doing. So, anyway, let's see. Drink? Is that where I want to go? Yeah. Okay. I agree about that one. All right. I don't have a gem. Damn it. Oh, well. That would lead us down. And it really wouldn't help that much. I mean, we could get something that way. That's possible, but... Well, what the hell? Let's just see what we get. We get the observatory. Okay, I'll take... But I can't. Ah. Whatever. Game works best when you try to run wherever you have time for it. It's kind of roulette. Oh, I'm sorry. It's kind of a roguelike after all, but I would love to see a midday save option as well as a dynamically. Yeah, I just have to be a little bit more aware of the time and how long, you know, I've been going, and then just... Oh, I finally got a security card. I have never picked this up yet. I know it existed. I know there's doors with it, but just never actually ran into that before. Okay, so we could go east with the chapel, which would cost money. We could go up with the West Wing Hall. Wait. Sure. Okay. Again with the garage. And I don't think I'm going to have enough for a gem. And I couldn't even go in there, so I've got no choice. I got to pick this. I have to admit, I still don't quite get this one. Although now I'm... There. Now at least I think I'm starting to pick up the pattern of how to do it just automatically at this point to get them all purple. But I don't understand what the point of it is to make it purple. Like I saw that in the mailroom, and it just said you can switch them to this, but it wasn't very helpful in explaining why. The pictures also change at times on the walls. Okay, so we still have an option. We can still spend money. We can go this way. Well, shoot. Security would let us go, but we don't have a gem. So we pretty much screwed ourselves. The game is knowledge gated. Figuring out the point of things is part of the puzzle. Yeah. Yeah, I've kind of figured that, so... So, unfortunately, we're going to get this, but it's not really going to matter because we really can't go anywhere. Ooh, we get the magnifying glass, which did help. It got us the password to the security before. But after that, it really didn't help much. So, all right, well, that be it. I don't see any other reason to. Well, as we go out, we could probably see what that secret thing does. Oh, okay, I get it now. It won't, just because I now have a green thing there, it won't work on that. You have to pick something that already exists. Okay. Because I did this once, but now I get the mechanic a little better. All right. Okay. I did get dinner served to me, but I walked into the room on my 0th step, and so it said, "Nope, you're tired." And I'm like, why? Why do you do that? But oh well. I guess I'll wish again. I don't know why I wish, but I wish, because I'm gonna eventually, like this. I'm done. I can't go on any further. So. And just to be clear, yes, I have gone down there. Yes, I have seen what's under there. I know there's the apple orchard over there and all that other stuff, but it doesn't seem like I can really do anything with that yet. So call it a day. Yeah, I can't use the key card. Shovel I use, but I only used it where I could. Sledgehammer. Unlock trunks, but yeah, I don't think I ran it. No, wait. Say call it a day. There. Okay. Quaint cottage. A cottage with 14 rooms? 15. Okay, so it's 15. I don't think that's quaint. That's pretty large to me. So what platform do you play on? PC? I've never seen anything in this room. I mean, there's a light and stuff. But I mean, anything that I can actually pick up or use. So, storeroom. Well, since we already, I mean, a bedroom would help, I guess. But let's just do the storeroom. Fine, because then we can get stuff. Ooh, I've never had this before. A large battery pack provides juice to battery-powered contraptions. Okay. That's a new one. Corridor, hallway, and a nook. Well, I got a key. So a hallway. Closet, pantry. Oh, gotta do the old Boolean logic. All right. The gems are on the desk. Well, that's false because they're not there. The gems are in this box. The gems are on the floor. So both the blue and the black are false. So this one has to be true. So it's got to be this. Bingo. Ooh, the observatory. And I have a gem. Yippee. Wait, yeah, see, there's that E thing there. don't know what the E means though. Don't tell me. I will. Not just for Ping Vino, but anybody watching. I have to say, chat. Tell me this. A lot of times I'm just rhetorically asking questions myself. What is that? ES stands for something. I don't know what though. Oops. All right. Farmer's apple. Apples are extra delicious today. Yummy. Okay. So we could go... Once I pick this, I might be screwed. Because if it doesn't allow me to go that way... But, I mean, the same thing would happen the other way, too. It's a known struggle. Yep. Oh, no, we can still go east in the entrance hall. Okay, cool. So let's do security. So my best moments watching this game came from streamers. The streamer figuring things out through trial and error. Yeah. Since you're seeming to be very into this game. Collect 3 edit. Okay. That one I had heard about. I read about. I don't think. Yeah, I did get the purse once. Okay. Okay, so we can go it this way. I mean, I like a lot of different games, but I really like puzzle games. And I don't know if you ever played the Witness, but that was one game I really liked because I won't say too much, but if you actually have played it, there's that. If you haven't played it, I hesitate to say a little bit because it's fun to get to that point in the game where you realize, oh, there's more to what a puzzle is, if that makes sense. I'm thinking about maybe in the future streaming that game, even though I played it once already. But I think it might be a little fun to go through that game again, just because I really did enjoy playing that game. Yeah, this game provides exactly everything I love about games in general, yeah. And like the one I did before this, I think was Alien Rogue Incursion. I love Alien games, but I like switching it up. I like doing different kinds of games and trying different things. Okay, so we're going to go up now. We can get a corridor. We could also get pantry, but pantry would screw us. So let's just do a corridor. Designer of this game, Tonda Ross, hated that puzzle games were basically stopped and broken the moment you didn't manage one specific puzzle. You never blocks you on any specific puzzle. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Hold on one moment. Just real quick, I gotta do something. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. I'll just be right back. Whoops. There. Now I can do that. So, again, don't go anywhere. I'll be back in a minute. Sorry about that. One of my kids texted me and said, "Hey, there's somebody parked outside in front of our house," which there's nothing wrong or illegal about that, but it just was like, why are they just sitting there? Yeah, anyway. Roguelikes are basically games of permadeath. Roguelikes, roguelites, and some meta progression. So permanent upgrades over your rounds. Okay. All right. Where was I? I also looked outside, and I mean, I think if I remember the forecast, the snow is going to start to hit even harder soon, so that'll be fun. Oh, I gotta. There we go. Okay. So we are here. Pantry and coat check. Well, pantry would screw us, coat check would screw us, although we could check in one item. Commissary would at least allow us to keep trying to go. And we still have a redraw, so we have a gem, so. Where are you situated? I live in Minnesota. And basically the whole area is potentially targeted with a massive snowstorm tonight through tomorrow. It's a reasonable bit warmer in here, it seems. It's from a duchy in Port. Ah, okay. Portugal, man, it must be late where you are. Yeah, it's funny when you get to like October or November or even like March, you can, it's either starting to get colder or starting to get warmer, but you can get these occasional just like either warm-ups or cool-downs, and for some reason this weekend, and I have a flight Tuesday morning to head on out, and I'm just hoping it's supposed to clear up by Sunday evening, so we shall see. Okay. Office would let us continue, but I don't have enough for the office. A den would let us keep going. So would a pantry. Pantry would... A den gives us the ability to go down, but I mean, I guess that could help maybe. We get a gem, but we don't get money. I'm going to go with the pantry. 64 coming. Well, where I'm going is Las Vegas, and it's going to be like high 80s, although I'll be stuck in a casino all day, so. Famous spree. Well, yes and no. I mean, in the summer here, it can get pretty hot, and also it's typically more humid of a heat. It's not uncommon in the summer here for it to be like 80s and 90s Fahrenheit. So it's, in the winters, yes, it can be cold, but honestly, one, you get used to it, and two, it's just like, if I need to run to the store or something in winter, and if it's like 20 or 30 degrees Fahrenheit, it's not uncommon for me, if I still have shorts on or whatever, a t-shirt, I'll just throw a coat on and go. It's not that big of a deal. So I guess it's just what you're used to. So, all right, so we can go north. Oh, a Nook. A Nook would give us a key and still gives us progress. Although it's not always about progress per se to get to the, I mean, obviously the antechamber is, I think, the goal. At least that's my understanding right now. But it may not be the only goal. Use the key. Yeah, secret passage doesn't really seem to... I guess the secret passage may be nice if you want to zip over to another area. I could see maybe that would be nice to have, but I'm also kind of like, a den still gives us choices. Let's do a den. Well, it gives us a choice. So we could make a chapel. Boudoir ends it, so does a nursery. Fine. If you run into closing yourself in all the time, best thing they can give you is that the rooms are basically drawn from a deck. So you can strategize and influence what you get somewhat. Yeah, because it talks about that it draws three. Basically, it felt like you're drawing 3 cards from a deck. Although it seems like there is also some like luck involved, and I think, like they said, as you go higher up the ranks, you start running into more, like you could run into security rooms with more likelihood. But yeah, the fact that it feels like, at least so far, this could change, but at least so far it feels very random. That's going to be interesting to see. How do you drive towards the goal if you can't control it? But maybe there is a way, you know. So, laboratory. We do have a gem. We could do security, which would at least let us keep going. There's a lot of ways more involved with RNG. Yeah, because we use the magnifying glass to see the password there. So we did that, and you can see like all the power things. I did get the boiler room once, but and then we saw what that said. I don't think there would probably be anything in here other than what's the password swan song again? Why did you beep? Kind of sucks that it makes you type this in, even though if like you know it. Like it'd be nice if it could give you the option to say, well, I know you know it. You found it before. So I'm going to like not make you type it in again. Ah, the modem sound. The song of my youth. See if they added anything. I highly doubt it. Would be nice if they told you that they added something, but that's okay. This game can be extremely confusing if you have no idea at all what to expect, and the game does explain itself. It might be too random for everyone to probably pick up on. Yeah, figuring out I figured that, and I think it's just got to keep playing it, and some things are going to start to fall into place. But it's just a matter of playing the game, you know. Like you can see there's a safe there. There's a room with a piano. Haven't had that yet. I don't think I got the pool or the sauna. I think that's what it is. Yeah, that's me there. I don't think I got in that room. So some of these rooms I just simply haven't shown up on my list of choices just yet. Okay, so where are we? So we could go down, but let's go this way. All right, I'm going to do the garage because I've never done the garage before. It does kind of screw us in that we can't go anywhere, but I've never done it. I don't have the keys to the car, but I want to just go in here because I've never seen this before. I could blow myself up. Nice. All right, keys. Yippee. All right, open that thing. Damn it. Well, I have an idea, but it would require some luck. What does this say? Christoph, this is the third time this month you and the car have been gone when your services are required. I don't care how long you have been driving for his lordship. Your absences must be accounted for, Mrs. Babbage. Mrs. Babbage is not happy. I'm assuming because, okay, there's no power, so it won't turn on the garage, so I can't get out, which kind of sucks. Could you at least let me go in here? No? Okay. Because that was one thing I read last time, is that you can use garage to get to the outside, but unfortunately, no power. But I have 4 keys now. Figuring out the way to get the power into this room is going to be quite interesting. Coin person up. Can you put that there? Just like, you know, juice it up that way. Give it some juice. Okay, well, this is, even though I'm trapped, this is at least something I can do. All the other paths are, as they say, the way is shut. Ooh, a boiler room. Hey. Maybe I can make some power that. Oh, God. Fuck. Wait, let's, well, yeah, I mean, we can do this, but I don't know. I got the steps to try it, so why not? Aha! Oh my God. I've never been out here before. Holy shitballs. Excitement galore. This should be interesting. Never been on this side of the building yet. I've only seen it in my dreams. So the first thing I want to do is I want to come over here. Different music. Can I unlatch this now from this side? And does that make it permanently open? Only one way to find out. Ha ha! Now though, wait. The west gate has been... I am the best. Nice! Permanent changes do not reset each day. Yes. Beautiful. So now we're not necessarily limited to the house. We have a lot more to explore. Permanent additions. Oh, okay. That's cool. That's cool. I can dig it. I like it. Hey, Ping Vino, if you're still on, have you ever played Outer Wilds? Let's see if this is open. This is starting to get good now. Okay. I haven't. Oh, you do. Hey, Fawn. Play it. Seriously, it is a fantastic game to play. Really enjoy it. I do admit that there was like 1 or 2 spots that I got stuck on. and I couldn't figure out what to do. And it's kind of a personal thing of mine that I really want to try to figure out when I'm playing a game, even like a puzzle game, or that has a high puzzle component to the game, to figure it out on my own. But there was like one or two spots I just had to go, I need help. I just could not figure it out. But even with that, highly recommended. Definitely play that game. It's really good. Myst. Oh yeah. I'm old enough to remember when Myst first came out. I was was that in college that it came out? I think so. But I remember playing it and being blown away by it at the time because it was like one of the first CD-ROM games. And then when I met my wife, that was one of the things we talked about because she had played it too she had a Mac and she played it on that. And so that was something we could relate to. And then when Riven came out, we were both really excited about that. So, and I played the remasters that came out a couple years ago, which is obviously a much more fluid experience. But yeah, those are games that really got me in terms of puzzle solving. Got the blueprints recently. I'm really considering playing myself. I see when playing live. Check out Myst. I've been seeing other streamers talk about it. Yeah. Just as a friendly reminder, because you're new, no backseating. I'm trying to learn all this by myself. Can discuss, that's all fine, but just don't give me any hints as to what may be coming. That's all. But yeah, play Myst. That game, play obviously the remake that came out like a couple years ago, and then Riven was also remade too. Play those. If for any reason it's just because of the impact they had on games in general, they were very definitive. And the remakes, because they allow you to move around in the world like this, real-time 3D, it's a nice upgrade. But yeah, those two games are good. And like I said, The Witness is I found it to be a very fun puzzle-solving game. And Outer Wilds, too. That was a good one. So there's a Myst plus Blueprints bundle on Steam. Huh, interesting. Okay, now to pick. I'm going to do Toolshed, just because. Ooh. We got the metal detector. So now I can see where this is helpful, because you could come over here before you even go in the house, and you could like potentially pick up some tools, or you could do this, and then you could go into the house, and maybe that gives you more options in terms of what you could do, where and when. So, gotta watch my steps. But I do want to explore as much as I can with this area, just to see what's all here. And like I kind of alluded to before, I mean, I love playing different kinds of games. I loved playing, like I said, I just finished Alien Rogue Incursion. That was great. But it's nice to just have different changes of pace, and having a game that's very peaceful and puzzle solving is right up my alley. To check out the bundle and my husband will like that deal surely, and got it, Jason. Lip seal. Appreciate it. All right, so we got the garage open, but even though if like we did this, obviously the garage won't be there the next time, but at least it gives you the ability to come over here. Ah, another gate that we can't open. So we really can't go that far, at least not right now. But that's cool. So we could always come to the tool shed or whatever we want to make there, and use that before we actually go. Well, we start in the entrance, so we'd have to come back out and go over there, but that's another mechanic option. Okay, so plus, I don't know how many steps it actually takes to get around. You might save a couple steps that way. What is your favorite room to draft for, Jason? What room is your favorite for his aesthetic? Interesting. Well, since you asked, let's see, bedrooms. I mean, having a bedroom is nice if you're running out of steps. The bunk room was kind of cool so far. Hallways. Hallways are hallways. The Great Hall was interesting because they had 7 locked doors, but I'm like, I only had a key for one of them, so I couldn't do any of the other sides. But I'm like, how do you do it if you have like other ones, the other sides? I'm kind of interested to see if I had a lot of keys, what a Great Hall would do. Green rooms are kind of interesting. The veranda because it's lucky, and then the courtyard gives you the shovel and like some extra stuff potentially. The shop, I've never had enough money, so yeah. Wait, it's not there. The observatory is cool. I like that. So I'm just kind of looking through all these. The chamber of mirrors I hit once, and I didn't quite understand what that does. The boiler room was cool to figure out. The wine cellar only went down once. I don't know. So I kind of like the observatory to draft just because when it shows up, you get that next star, So there's that, I don't know, for whatever reason. And also for its aesthetic. I kind of like the way the observatory room looks. Although, like I said, the chamber of mirrors was interesting. And lavatory was weird. Like, you just make it, there's nothing to it. It's like, at least I couldn't figure out anything to it. I'm just kind of like, well, okay. The weight room sucks because you lose half your steps, you know. So yeah, the red rooms are a little, there's always something negative. Other than the lavatory, I don't know why. Oh, there's more than one. Well, that's right, because the tool shed was just one of like 3 and there's 8 total. Okay. Again, so we can't really do anything anymore, which is fine. We have a metal detector, though. I'm kind of curious what the metal detector does. I mean, you can't just get a chance of finding. Oh, that's what it means. Okay, okay. And the coin purse. The battery pack was kind of weird because it didn't seem to. Can shatter padlocks and locked trunks. Okay, so I don't think we're really able to do anything else with this day. But that was good with the garage that we opened at, because now we don't need to build. I mean, we don't have to, if we get the garage, do it again, other than we get 3 keys, you know. Let's make a wish, because why not? Don't know why I'm making a wish, but I don't need the money because it's all going to go away anyway. What is with those things down there? There's so much I think you can get into. And then this area, which does nothing, but I'm always coming back here because I'm just like, there's got to be something here. There's got to be something that you can do to get through this at some point. Maybe, possibly, maybe never. The combination to the orchard gate. What is it? Reasons, things, stuff. But it seems like that's the slow burn of this game, the adventure of it. Is to just keep picking and, you know, chiseling away at it. So, all right. I will call it a day. No, not that. Well, I could have done it from there. Come on. There you go. Nice. By the way, I'll say it, not just for people watching, but in the future, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. I would really appreciate it. Okay, new rooms. Cozy cottage. I can't see outside anymore. It's too dark. But given the amount of snow we're supposed to get, I do have to keep up with the shoveling. You'd think somebody living in Minnesota would have a snowblower, but no, I don't. I do not have a snowblower. And quite frankly, I've lived here because I grew up in Wisconsin, and my wife and I moved up here like 26 years ago. And then we bought this house 25 years ago. And the amount of times that we've actually would have really liked a snowblower is I can probably count on one hand. We definitely get snow, but I've always found if you keep up with it and just keep going out and shoveling, you can keep it minimized. But this storm we're supposed to get tonight is going to be a big one. Ooh. Oh, that's interesting. I might just build it just because I want to see it. Adds 8 classrooms to today's draft pool. Huh. The tomb is interesting. The schoolhouse, because I haven't seen a classroom yet. Each time you draft a dead end in your house, spread 5 coins in the tomb. Oh, so if you made a closet or something, you would put 5 in here, but then you'd have to spend the steps to get out here to get it. That's interesting. I will try it, but I'm going to try schoolhouse because I've never really seen that before. Yeah, that's this. Could prove to be useful. What appears to be. I thought the broken lever was going to be for that gate to the west. And it would open that up, but that's apparently not true. So I still don't know what the broken lever is for. Wait, what does it say? Within a timely manner. But that could be a play on words because it's not M-A-N-N-E-R, like your manners. It's within a timely manner, M-A-N-O-R. And I've seen clocks all over the damn place in there. So I'm kind of like, is that a play on words? And is that something that means something to a certain degree? I don't know. Interesting. All right, closing address. For the last 38 years, it has been my pleasure serving as your schoolmaster in this humble little facility. And meager as it may look by modern standards, I think most of us who spent our afternoons here will readily admit that we are reluctant to see this small piece of Redington history go. I first wish to thank Lady Epstein, not Epstein, Jesus, our most gracious host today, for not only paying attention. Doesn't that suck? Like if you just grew up and you have the last name of Epstein, and then all of a sudden, or if luck befalled you that your name was actually Jeffrey Epstein, and then all of a sudden that happens, it's like, holy shit. I'm sure it has, and I'm sure there are people out there that are just like, God damn it. Anyway, all right. For not only paying attention in my classes those many years ago, but for all the fundraising she has done on behalf of our community and our children. Without her, Redington Elementary would still be a distant and blurry vision, a vision that I dared not even dream. I forgot to take a flyer. Save the clock tower. Yeah. Hey, guy. Good to see you again. I get that reference. The dreamer is, of course, the incomparable Mrs. Peterson, our future principal and my reluctant successor, who I might add, forced me to give this speech. So I think I'll end my praise of her there, though she deserved much more, I'll admit. Lily Jeffrey Epstein with that account, not that Jeffrey Epstein or something like that. Jeez, wow. To the architect of our new school, the Baron Sinclair, thank you for following in your father's footsteps and building Redington yet another school, and for allowing the use of your own private residence and floor plans to serve as our interim facility until the new campus is completed in March. A decision I'm certain he will immediately regret tomorrow morning when he hears the children running through his halls. And lastly, I wish to thank all my students, many of you here today whom I have not seen in years, whose faces I still remember as young and manners wild. Those here whose parents before them I have also taught and whose children I may yet. Without you, I would have had a lifetime of quiet peace. And yet, what is all the peace in the world if you have no one to bestow the merits upon? Thank you all sincerely. My time here has meant the world to me. And if I am still standing in 8 months, I will see you all at the slightly less melancholic ribbon cutting ceremony next year. Better joke to end. Remember to give Mrs. Peterson her gift. Oh, okay. What's that? What that? Oh. So that's one. And I'm assuming if I do this again, it just turns it back off. Yeah. So let's turn it back on. Thank you. Okay, that's interesting. It's sometimes fun just to look your name up on the internet and see all the other... Because, like, my name has definitely shown up as movie characters, as characters in young adult novels. In fact, there was in one that the writer of the book lives in Minnesota, and I actually so I bought the book, and then I met him at a book signing, and I asked him to sign it, and I told him that my name is Jason Bach, and he thought that was funny, so the autograph was pretty cool. And there's other people, there's like a doctor that has my name, I think. So yeah, my wife, there's other Elizabeth Bachs out there. So this has a pipe, and I turn that on, that gives the blue flame. That is a pipe. If these have pipes, I can't see them. So I'm not sure how those would get turned on just yet. But again, we'll figure it out. Do all these like turn on? At some point, do you get all of them to turn on? I don't know. I've already done 5 steps and I haven't even done anything yet. Okay. I have a very rare name, but my granddad had my name. Okay. Things are opening up. Yes, because now every time I come in, at least I can get a different room over there and see what different things happen. So, because I think I just said that, but if I didn't, I'll say it again. Somebody said, really try to push whenever you get a new room, even if it blocks you, pick it, because you'll learn something new, probably a new mechanic, a new thing about the game, and that can be useful later on. So I also have a Chinese name that is similarly rare, but very natural, normal, and appreciated by Chinese people. Cool. My goodness, I didn't even realize the staircase had those fire torches too. See, sometimes you can play a game and you can get really, really into it, and you don't realize until you watch somebody else play it or you play it again, you're like, wait a minute, and you can make another connection. What's really interesting is like I think the first game when I started streaming, which was a couple years ago, the first game I played was Alien Isolation. I think that is probably my favorite game of all time. That is super intense and scary, but I love Alien and I love the story and I found it really interesting. Let's pick the library. And what was I going to say? When I had played it before and I watched some people play it, but when I played it, even though this had already been discovered, I just had never seen it before, that if you go to one of the vending machines or the vending machines that are throughout the game, and if you look at the things that you can get, there's like all different products, but you can get a horse burger. When I first saw that, I'm like, are you kidding me? You can pick up a horse burger? Are you kidding? Oh, that's right. Didn't I? Yeah, I asked about this. Shit. Yes. Okay. I forgot about that. And yeah, my name is Simon P. Jones, Kimberly Thompson. Interesting. It'd be interesting to see all the names of people who did it. You're funny, guy. You're really funny. Yeah. I wonder who that guy is who talks on presentations on coding. Gee, I wonder who that is. And yeah, I'm going to Vegas next week to speak at VS Live. So yippee. That means I won't be streaming next week, but oh well. Yeah, I totally forgot that we made the library. I checked this out. All right, let's read. Sorry, reading time, but we got to read this. The potential within. We all start as an empty floor plan. To the ambitious young architect, a fresh blueprint represents a world of boundless possibilities. When you're staring at a blank canvas, you have unlimited potential and ideas to explore. But with an abundance of options at your disposal, the architect can also become overwhelmed by the countless choices and decisions that need to be made. Should I draft a hallway or closet? How many bedrooms do I need in my house? Is passageway really worth 2 gems? All these questions can compound, adding layers of complexity and stress to the design process. That's why it's even more important to develop simple and effective strategies that you can employ while drafting your house to ensure a successful project outcome. In this volume of Architectural Design, we aim to provide architects with some of those strategies and even assist them in developing their own. Gems, gems, gems. Although many architects employ different strategies when developing their house designs, most of them agree on one guiding principle: have gems while drafting. One of the most common ways architects draft themselves into a corner is by not having the resources they need when opening a new door. If you lack the gems to consider all 3 presented options, you may be forced to draft a room you do not want. Gee, really? To avoid this predicament, focus on drafting rooms that grant you gems and prioritize acquiring gems as early as you in the day as you can. This approach is a surefire way to set yourself up for success. Reader submitted gem strats. Make sure you check for gems in the room you are in before clicking the door. I do this way. Yeah, I already realized that. Even though it may not show it there on the when it's showing you the room, it might act like the bedroom. Sometimes there's a gem in it. Think about saving some gems for emergencies. I try only to spend them if I really need a room. I will never draft passageway on the first 5 ranks. Ooh. It's a simple strat that has served me well. Interesting. Interesting. Huh. If you see gems for sale in any of the shops, buy them out. Don't pass up wine cellar, even if you're not thirsty. You know something has too many gems. I may have a bit of a problem. Yeah, wine cellar, I remember, it has 3 gems. But don't draft passageway in the first 5 ranks. Huh. I will take that advice. Got to remember that. No passageway in the first 5 ranks. Planning your house. When you begin drafting a house, it's important to start each day with a solid foundation. Draft early ranks first. A very common mistake beginners make is drafting a straight line north and ignoring the many unopened doors they have left behind in the entrance hall and rooms of the early ranks. When these architects reach the higher ranks, they quickly discover they do not have enough keys or gems to continue. Their day usually ends by returning to the lower ranks to draft from the doors they skipped, only to find rooms and items that would have been made all the difference if they had only been found earlier in the day. As the layout to the right demonstrates, even a path of rooms that snakes through the house and does not go in a straight line can also be structurally weak if you're leaving lots of unopened doors on the ranks behind you. By starting each day on a strong foundation of rooms on the early ranks, you will have a much better chance of finding success when you eventually start heading further in the house. So I'm taking that advice as to, like I said, don't just kind of go up fast or, kind of build up your ranks and fill them out as much as you can and go up that way. That's at least that sounds like the idea it's trying to get across. Yes, the garage intentionally starts showing up like that after a few days and nudge you and getting that thing opened up. This game is designed super well. You feel like you did something amazing. I remember reading a series of unfortunate events as a child and thinking I was going to encounter way more real-life puzzles than I actually have so far. Haha, so Blueprints feels a little like a magical gift. I've never read that book. I think my wife and my kids have, I think. I just never... Speaking of books, I have way too many. But yeah, I've never read that one. So interesting. No passageway in the first 5 ranks. And get gems often and build up bottom up. Okay. Top drafting combos. 5 combos you won't want to miss. The 4th one will astound you. Sorry. Another aspect to consider when planning your house is the order in which you draft rooms. For instance, if you draft cloister before terrace, you will be down 3 gems. But if you draft them in the reverse order, cloister would be free. Fair. Identifying a synergistic pair of floor plans is an essential first step, but determining the optimal order for drafting those rooms will provide you with an advantage, significantly improving your... Okay, I'm going to write some of this down because if anything, writing helps, taking notes. That's why it's like when people say, oh, just have AI take your notes. It's like that's missing the point of what you are as a human in that at least for me, take either writing it down or typing it out. Actually, me trying to say I'm understanding this part of the conversation and I'm going to write these things down as notes. I find like if it just gets summarized, it's like, what's the point? Sorry, little rant there. So get gems, build ranks. No passage way until rank 5. We were just lamenting the fact that kids, at least in America, are no longer taught cursive. It's like the ability to actually write is fading. So, yeah, I did that one. You want to do, terrace. Whoops. I like mechanical pencils, but terrace. These I think are good tips. A foyer drafted before Great Hall would mean that all of its many doors would be unlocked. Oh, okay, I get it. Foyer, then Great Hall. So this is giving you strategies just to say if you see the foyer, pick that first. Drafting bunk room after nursery will give you 10 extra steps because it counts as 2 separate bedroom triggers. Yeah. Ah, so you're right. The nursery gives you 5, so the bunk. Okay, that makes sense. Bunk room. You won't have to backtrack constantly to collect your gold spread from office if you draft a conference room. Ah, yes. So you want to build the conference before the office. Okay. And of course, that's assuming that you get those options. And then the more items you have, the greater your chance of being able to create a contraption in the workshop, which I might have gotten the option to build it, but I didn't. So build attic before workshop. Okay. I definitely have to check on Miss. Give any other recommends. If you didn't catch it, I said The Witness and Outer Wilds as well in terms of puzzle games. Those are fantastic. I really enjoyed those. Can you juggle for us? Yes, you can actually look up Twin Cities Code Camp, Jason Bach juggling on YouTube. And there's a video that I give as an instructional. I've done that on a stream once, but I do know how to juggle. I don't know how to juggle like a ton of things and pins and all that other stuff, but I can juggle 3 balls. So that is the definition of juggling. Making a connection. 2-pair combos aren't the only form of room synergy. You'll find some floor plans only work by drafting other specific rooms. These rooms aren't powerful on their own, but can become very useful when their connectivity is eventually discovered. The utility closet is a perfect example of this. Yeah. It doesn't do anything by itself. It can literally power up or down other rooms you have drafted in your house. Powers garage door and grand sweats pack. Yep, we already did that. Dark room turns the lights. I've done that too. Turns lights back on after blowing a fuse. Gymnasium. Turn lights off to prevent step loss. Oh, I didn't catch that. Okay, nice. So if you turn off, make sure you. I mean, at this point, garage doesn't really matter. Other than if I did get it, I could make sure it's open, and if I get the closet. But keep gymnasium off. I think I didn't know that before. Now that I do, yeah, I get that. One of the more simple examples, her ladyship's chamber has synergy with Lady Epstein's other 2 rooms, her boudoir, sorry if I said that wrong, and walk-in closet. The next time you enter that, you get 10. Next time you walk in the closet, you get 3. Okay, so chamber. Yeah, okay. Boiler room I've done. Connects ducts from room to run steam-powered. Living house, laboratory, garage, laundry room, furnace, and pump room all have uses for steam power. They do, though the garage just worked if I had the utility closet on. I didn't need the boiler room. So the pump room I haven't seen. Speaking of pump room, This room controls the water level throughout rooms in the estate and can interact directly with the pool, aquarium, greenhouse, and kitchen, and several other features located outside of the main house. Interesting. Interesting. Tips and tricks. In the kitchen, you can check which course is being served in the dining room that day. This will allow you the opportunity to draft specific rooms that will make the meal even more delicious. Besides counting as 2 bedrooms, the bunk room also counts as 2 rooms. This will increase the amount of steps granted by master bedroom, the amount of gold spent spread by the tomb, and the amount of keys found in a servant's quarters. Every time you solve a puzzle in billiard room, which I haven't seen in a while, or parlor, the difficulty increases slightly the next time you draft that room. Just because you didn't find any items in a room when you first explored it doesn't mean that, yeah, I saw that. The day after drafting freezer, haven't seen that, it enters an automated cooldown refreezing cycle, during which it cannot be drafted for the next 24 hours. If you are stuck, I'm guessing freezer maybe freezes something in there. I don't know. We'll have to see when I get there. If you're stuck or don't know what to do in a specific room, sometimes it is smart to move on. There are multiple ways to solve many of the challenges you will come across, and there is a very good chance you will find a piece of information down the road. When in doubt, draft rooms you have never seen before. Exactly. That was what I was told. Even if you do not think the rooms seem very useful, they can give you clues. Yep. Word from the editor. Although with this volume we have provided our readers with many potential strategies and tricks to try, we here at Architectural Digest hope that aspiring architects know that there truly is no set blueprint for success. Forging your own path and coming up with your own unique strategies will, in our humble opinion, always provide the best results. Each architect has his own favorite room, each builder his own favorite tool. And thus, each player in turn will develop their own style of play and discover their own secrets and tricks that they can share with the world or keep to themselves. Whatever strategy you employ, we wish you best of luck in drafting and hope you build the house of your dreams. If I ever play this game, I'm going to screenshot those books and print. Yeah, it would be nice. Like if you've already seen it, it would be nice if it kept it like in your thing here, like a way to just bring it up. Like, I know what the password is now for the security room is, but I have to write it down. Although it does say, I think it's in the Nook or one of those rooms, it does say, hey, you should really be writing down things that are worth it. And I'm like, yes, I should. But if I've seen it, I'd like to be able to just have that like cataloged and then I can have that brought up, but that's just the way the game is. It's like the fact that you can't just save in the middle of a room or the middle of a run. You have to, what am I trying to say here? You have to keep, you have to either play and then call it a day or whatever. So it is what it is. Okay. I'm going to start to employ some of these strategeries, as they say. I can start to I just want to go up here again just to see what's up here because I was up here before, but I want to do it again. Yeah, the records, all this stuff. Okay. I'm starting to slowly get the addiction of this game. I've seen that too. Slowly but surely. And I hope I don't forget everything when I've been gone for a week. But that's why I wanted to pick up a game like this because I think it would be pretty easy to get back into the flow of it. All right, let's go this way. A den. I love parlors, but I'm going to go with den. Yes, pen and paper in hand for sure, but the knowledge in the books are so in depth. Yeah, exactly. I totally agree. We don't have a key or anything, but that is there this time. And now we're going to go this way. A bedroom, a nook, and a pantry. Let's go with a nook. All right. We've got a kitchen. We have a gem for that. West Wing, hall, and pantry. Have I ever made a kitchen? I don't know, but we're going to do it. I don't think I've ever made a kitchen before. I could have looked up to see if I did make a kitchen, and I don't think I have. I do not think I have. There's that E again. I don't know what the E is for. Because it's on the second rank. Yeah. It'd be this spot, but I don't understand what... Let's see. Banana, club sandwich, chef salad. Plus 3 steps, club sandwich. Give you plus 15 steps. Green room in your house. That's the cost, though, of which I have nothing. Yeah, you don't have any money. But, okay, now I know. Can I make coffee? Dear Lord, coffee is like a requirement in my life. But if they didn't do that, you would be overwhelmed so much. Yeah, so, oh, I missed that one. So basically on the first play, the most common and dull rooms are heavily prioritized to ease you in, as you notice. Yeah, which means your first impression is highly inaccurate. That's the one thing I am picking up on is you just have to stick with it for a while and you'll slowly start to unravel things. So that would be my, even though I'm not very far into the game, they didn't do that, you would be overwhelmed. That is also true. Yep, totally true. Totally true. Okay. No passageway, they said don't do. Well, they're both going to screw up the den, but although the commissary would, but we don't have a gem. I'm looking at my notes. I can notice by people's impressions of the game how many days more or less they have played. Yeah, I could see that. And I think the more I play with this, if I watch somebody new playing it, I'll probably get the same impression too, you know. And that'd be my one piece of advice to people is it wouldn't be a spoiler, it's just keep playing. Just keep playing, you know. Ooh, a hallway. The hallway, I think, would let us, go back to the entrance hall and go up. So secret passageway wouldn't really help us out that much right now. All right, so we did the library. Let's go back up to the library and... Classroom I've never done. Weight room can kiss my ass. Done a mailroom before, but I've never done a classroom. So even if I do a classroom, we can still go back up the hallway, but that is a new room. So shit. A weight room would let us move through, but it doesn't. I'm going to do the mailroom because I can go back up the hallway. The picture you saw in the fridge of the biplane, what else? I don't know. Maybe you can go back on this. I think you can go back on the stream real quick and check. I don't remember what it was there. If they don't see the lure of the game, they usually stop before getting in the garage. Yeah, I mean, I definitely felt it. I definitely felt like, what's the point of this? Why am I moving forward? What's going on? And just getting that one piece of advice from somebody was just keep going, keep going. So people are stubborn and don't have the patience to just keep playing. You have to spoil just enough so they actually trust it. Yeah. I can't see electronic mail because I tried to use it from the terminal in the security room. Yeah, and I don't understand what the point of that is. That's the company name. That's my dad's letter. Wouldn't that be freaky if you had someone in your family that like gave you something and was just like, hey, you know, I have a big mansion that changes every day. Figure out how to get to the 46th room. I'd be like, what magical incantation shit is this? Like, really? You think about it, it's pretty freaky. But such is life. I don't know. All right, so yeah, I can, after drafting this room. Okay, so when I come back here the next time, I'll have something in it. Okay. Whoops. Let's go over here, and then let's go up yonder and see what's up here. The chapel, the closet, and the pantry. Well, I couldn't even go in the chapel because I don't have any money. So we're going to do pantry. Why not? Yummy money. Okay. A bedroom, a parlor would, storeroom screws us, a parlor screws us. A bedroom at least lets us keep going. So let's do that. And is there anything extra here? Usually is there. Oh, here it is. This is the the mask thing. Okay. Went back in the stream to see the pictures. I can't figure out what the second depiction is. Do you know what it is? It looks like blueprints or a map or something. If that's the one that has the E and the second rank all the way to the west, then I've seen that in other places before. If that's what you're referring to. Corridor is the only way to, lavatory would shut us off. And I still don't know why you would, and I can't make a nursery anyway. So we're going to do corridor. Always got to look to see. Don't have that storeroom, but then that screws us. So that would pretty much close it off. We just don't have enough to move forward. Oh, well. Although, well, yeah, we could go to the kitchen and make an order. But I don't think that would really help very much. I'm just going to stay. It's just one coin. Let's do closet. Let's just see what we get. That would be a spoiler. Yes. I kind of figured as much, so thank you. There's probably, I saw the treasure map too once, and I couldn't do it because I didn't have the shovel or something. And then also, oh yeah, I come back in here, I got more steps. Yippee. Yeah, I'm pretty much screwed at this point. Really can't go much farther. But I did learn a lot more, I think, which is good. We could just, I got enough steps. We could go to the kitchen again, just for giggles. So we go this way, we go down this way. We go over this way, I think, and there's the kitchen. Because we only have 4. Yeah, the most we could do is a banana. Yay! Oh, since we're here, there it is. It's an E. I don't know what the E stands for, but I'm glad you didn't tell me. Oh, we do have this. Might as well do it, even though we're screwed. Might as well do it. Holy crap. Maybe I should have remembered and come back here when I had the key, because I could have re-rolled for some stuff. Lesson learned. All right. Lesson learned. Okay, well, let's just go outside, make our wish. Why we're making a wish, I have no idea. But I can because I have money, so I might as well do it. Yay. and the eternal blue flame should be on, because didn't I just do that? Yeah, I did that before. There was another pipe and other things, so, and that is open, but that's all we did. So I think I'm gonna call it a day here, and then I will try to do one more day, and then I'll probably be done with the stream, because I do have to watch my time, and if it's been snowing out, then I may need to shovel. Wait, I didn't see that before. Herbie. Who's Herbie? And does it matter? Anybody else defacing school property? Doesn't look like it. All right. Well, I think you make so many wrong assumptions early game. It's very useful to reevaluate assumptions during the game. Yeah. Okay, so let's... The broken lever, wait, no. I don't know what the broken lever is. Again, don't tell me. I'm just going to go looking around here real quick. There's a door. I don't know what the door's for. There's got to be something on a wall somewhere. I would guess. And why is there this weird bunker thing here? Like, that's a little ominous. Why would that be there? Oh, my game's getting a little sticky. A little stuttery. I don't know why. We don't know this. That's another thing to unlock. Were those always smoking? I don't know if I ever noticed if they were or not. Huh. Well, now I think we'll call it a day. All right, one more day, and then that'll be it for today. Small cottage. Your perception of what a small college's game is really interesting. It's not a small cottage to me. A college, cottage. Day 15. Ooh, shelter protects you from the negative effects of the next 3 red rooms drafted. Trading post, items for trade, root cellar, rooms in your house will contain dig spots today. Huh. I'm going to do shelter just because interesting. Because we have steps that we can go down. We have lots of steps we could go down. Is this guy a prepper? Whoa. Music. Yeah, I got a little ominous for a second. Canned veggies, soup. If you've ever seen the movie The Road, it's based off the Cormac McCarthy book. I've read the book and I've also seen the movie. Both are fantastic, and the movie follows the book fairly well. Depressing as all get out, it really is. But it's done really well. The actor Viggo Mortensen, and I forget the kid's name, but they're really, really good. And there's a scene where they find a bunker. That's kind of a moment of respite where they can, relax the post-apocalyptic world they found. But yeah, kind of reminded me for just a second. Remain where you are for now. Given that the Red Guard is due tomorrow, We've agreed with your plan and have disabled remote access to the other terminals and have sealed the network mainframe. Regardless of the danger, I'm still not willing to risk removing shelter from the draft pool while the three of you are down there. Our best bet is to sit tight and hope for a little bit of luck. Interesting. Time lock safe. Get me in. Bomb shelter. Time lock safe, radiation monitor, log in to network, exit. The shelter's time lock safe can be accessed by setting an unlock date and time. You can use any date and time as long as it's at least 1 hour in the future. Once unlocked, the time lock safe will remain open for 4 hours. What? What date and time is it right now? Measure the radiation levels detected in the house and surrounding grounds. These readings are often spiked by the experiments conducted in Mount Holly's laboratory. The reading is 2 USVs or higher. Emergency protocol initiate and all the doors in the house will automatically unlock. Interesting. So I guess it's the same one? I don't know. Can I just... Yes, okay, I can. There, that's much quicker. Just going to my keyboard right away. The office. Okay, so we gotta get to the office to unlock the lockdown. The same thing here. Yeah, the office is the key. Okay. Oh, wait, no. Get back in there. I forgot. I don't know what day it is. I have the feeling I need to figure out what day it actually is. Because I don't right now. So putting in that date and time is completely useless. I'm guessing. But back to making rooms. All right. It's funny. I'm going to play Talos Principle, the second game. I've done the first one already on a stream on my channel, but I'm going to do the second one. I played the game already. And when I played it, I didn't realize there was a sprint thing. And so I was moving around playing the whole game. And I'm like, I don't know, I was like 2/3 of the way through. And I said, God, I wish this game had a sprint. I thought the first one did. And my older kid said, well, did you look at the menu or the controller? And I did, and yeah, sprint option. I was like, God damn it. That was so annoying. I'm going to go with get a gem. Why not? That picture never changes. It's always that. Spare room, bedroom, and we're going to do den. Like, I think this tells you the time. It's like 9 o'clock. But I don't know the day. At least I haven't seen how you can figure out what the day is. And that's moving even though the thing isn't moving. That makes sense. Ooh, my package has been delivered. Sure, let's do that. Why not? Lockpick and gems. Nice. All right. That did make the east way a little closed off, but that's okay. Can't win them all. We have 4 gems now. That might be helpful. All right, let's go back this way. I love me an observatory. Clavis the key. Nice. Thanks, Clavis. Anything on here? Nope. I don't think there'd be anything up here other than turning it. All right, let's go this way. Chapel. But I shouldn't get the effects because this is going to nullify it, right? Yes. Haha. Haha. Suckers. And then that goes to the den. Which, okay, we've now screwed ourselves a little bit because this is the only way to go, but... Start out with random rooms that don't do much, but everything now starts to work together as game and... Yeah. We can do a drawing room. Sure, let's do that. It's all a balance. A nook, a pantry, or a parlor. I love me my parlors, although again, that would mess up going down, but we could get other rooms there. We could get an electrical room. Who knows what we could get. So let's do that, and then we can come back up the drawing room, because we could always redraw when we go up the drawing room. So, and I love showing how terrible I am at Boolean logic. All right. 2 of these statements are true. Oh my God, they're getting to that level now, are they? The statement on the blue box is true. The gems are in a box with a true statement. We are in Princess Bride territory. Clearly, I cannot choose the wine in front of me. Okay, so 2 of these statements are true. The statement on the blue box is true. If that was true, 2 of the statements are true, and then if that is true, that makes these 2 true, and that would make this one false. So the gems are in a box with a true statement, but you wouldn't be able to tell which one it would be. Random thought. What would we call Boolean logic if there was no Mr. Boole? Very good question. Maybe they would have named it, you know, Pingvino logic if you would have created it. Sorry, La Pingvino. I don't know if that's close or not, but that's my best attempt. So if these two, if this is true, then it means this one's true. And since you have to have a false statement, it would make this one true. Or make it false. But you... Wait, that could work. Two of these statements are true. Same on the blue box is true. So that would make these two true. That would make this one false. The gems are in a box, so I'm guessing it's this one. Haha. Okay. Doesn't really help, but we can do a guest bedroom. So at least if we need more steps, we can always just come back here and get extra steps. Oh, we got the magnifying glass. Nice. Let's see if that helps with this document. I don't think it would. Like it helped with figuring out the password, but I don't think with a document like this it really helps. So, and I've read that one before. Okay, so off to the drawing room. Whoops. The pantry would at least let us keep going. The other ones wouldn't. We could redraw, but I don't know. Let's do pantry. More steps. A passageway. Didn't you say something? No passageway until rank 5. We're at rank 4. Yes, I know. Could do corridor. That would really be the... Well, we could do bedroom because that would let us go that way. But for some reason it said don't pick passageway until 5. So I'm going to go with that. I'm going to go with that logic. If it makes sense, you can always ignore that advice. Well, true, yeah. But I kind of took that as a hint. I think it would make sense here because you open up more. Yeah, you do, but the logic is sound. The Pingvino logic. Yeah, I'm going to actually do that because I think but I can. Haha, hee hee. This would be my second one. And it nullifies the effect. Nice. And there's a gem in here. I've already looked at all these, so... Did I read that? Yeah. Wait, what? I'm kind of curious. Wait a minute. If I did this... Yeah. Oh, ho, ho. Oh, wait. 1128. Holy shit. One, 1, 2, 8. We're going to try that. We're going to try that. It's a shelter darker. Okay. Nice. Nice. Wait, I can do her too, right? Yeah. Like, is there something with her mole? It looks like a heart. It's probably very sensitive of me, but whatever. What about these? Now I'm curious. Is there anything that we can see? What are you looking at? What secrets? It's in this picture. I'm going to look at every damn picture because I have the the magnifying glass with this, so I am doing that. You guys just don't look very happy. I mean, I got the feeling it was just for that 1128 there, but I am a thorough person, so I am going to be looking through all these. I don't really see anything in this. Although it looks like stairs in the reflection. I might be overthinking that a little bit, but... that might just be the way it's drawn, too. So... this showing the progression of his abilities to... okay. Okay, and then there's this again. Still 1128. That didn't change. This one looks actually in color-ish. Okay. Where the hell am I? I'm in a dark room, and I can go left or right. Let's go... to my left. Laundry room. Launder currency. A rumpus room. I've never done a rumpus room. I could do a weight room because that would be my third room, but I've never done a rumpus room. I want to do a rumpus room. Ooh. Insert coin. I might. I got the coinage. Backgammon. I used to know how to play that, but I didn't. White on right. Yes, they did it right. Okay. It thoroughly pisses me off when you have video games that have the chessboard with the black on right, because that's just not the way you play it. Alien Isolation, if there is a complaint about the game, one of them is that their chessboards are wrong. So... yeah, this is the map. Oh, that's interesting. It changed this time. So now I should have... yeah, I got the treasure map, so I can just see it whenever I want. So the treasure map changes. It's not the same. Okay. Sure, I'll give you a couple coinage. Why not? Whoa.
And, as it was foretold, I am awakened at the sound of a dropping coin. You find yourself face to face with the great Alzara. And I suspect you wish me to look into your future. The image is becoming clear. I see a boy standing on a shore of white sand. He is looking for something he was told he would not find.
That was the symbol of crest in the
I see
background.
a black cat tied to a red flag.
Why?
I hear the wind blowing, but the flag does not stir. I see a door marked by a rogue moon. A door that is always locked, yet has no key. It is the door you have been searching for, yet will not find. A lost room beyond the dark waters. What you have heard here has been foreseen by the great Alzara. Until the dawn of the following day, I will have nothing more to say.
Okay, so you can't just put another coin in because it won't do anything. I'd have to come back on another day and he might say something different. Black cat red tied to a red flag, a door that has no key but is locked. But that's like my end goal, and shores of white sand. Nothing obvious at this point, but it is interesting. It is interesting. Is this the fish that moves? Okay. Well, we have options. We can go through, which I will, and then we can go through the dark room and the passageway. We still got a decent amount of steps. Let's use the key. Garage, don't really need the garage. But we do get 3 keys though, even if we don't. Yeah, but we have a key and the picks. So a nook and a dining room. I'm going to go with the dining room because I feel like I might be on a decent run here. So did it pick the dining room? Yes, it did. Okay. I might be able to get up to 8 this time. And I got to here before and it had the pizza there. Why are you saying treasure map? This looks like the spot. Oh, that's right, because I'm in this room. Now let's find something to dig with. If only I had a shovel. If only. Well, you never know when you could make a green room that gives you the shovel. So even though this will go nowhere. Nope. Oh, wait. Wait, do you have a shovel? God. Damn it, you don't have a shovel. Okay, I'm not going to waste them. Not just yet because, reasons. Also, day 20 and 21. Sure, what secret message is on this? Are we day 20? No, we're day 15. Okay. Damn it, it didn't have a shovel. That's okay. Sure, let's use the lock. Patio. Spread things in each green room. I don't think I've done a patio, so I'm going to do it. If only I had a shovel. But I can grill out. Yeah, I knew that. You gave me a gem. That's nice. Can I cook anything? No. Clearly, I can't jump over this. Way too hard to do that. Okay, so we still have patio, dark room, and passageway if we need it. So, courtyard, yes, courtyard. I think that has a key, or no, it has a shovel. Maybe it doesn't this time. Damn it! Sometimes it has the shovel sitting here, but it doesn't this time. Oh well. This trunk is locked, but I could break it. And yeah, we could go back to the commissary. We got steps. So why not? Let's get the sledgehammer. Because you never know. Oh, look at that. Nice. Nice. Okay, I'm starting to break my rule to build up, but I really want to do it. Man, getting back to that bedroom to get the 10 extra, I might have to keep that in mind and watch my steps. Let's use the lock. Yes, oh, fine. The foundation does not reset each day. I would love to do that. I'd love to do that. But I want to get up to 8 because I want to do the diner. I really, really want to do that. So let's get up to 8. Please don't be locked. Thank you. Oh. Reach the room of color of your choice. Well, I could say purple, although doing the passageway would screw me, but it would let me get down to the guest bedroom. And then I could do passageway and darkroom. Why did it make that little ding noise? Key to the bedroom. Okay, so we're here in the map, and then we do this. Oh, you can go kiss my... Well, at least we got to 8. Okay? We got to 8. So we're at how many steps? 26. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, 5, 9, 8. Let's go back down to the bedroom, get 10, and kind of go back and forth because then we'll get 10. And build up our steps in the new passageway. This starts getting interesting. This starts getting interesting. Oh, my pizza! Wood fried pizza. Wood fire pizza. So truffle sauce smothered in fontina cheese, wild mushrooms, spiced salami, cooked to perfection with just the right amount of char. 20 steps. Well, then I don't have to go back there. I don't have a furnace. Let's eat it. We get up to 42. Perfect. Nice. I'm glad I did that because I've never done that with the... Yes, I know the treasure map, but I don't have a... Okay, so we could do dark room and passageway. Let's actually go through the dark room and do the passageway, although this might require a key. No, it doesn't. Okay. Archives, I think this would be the third one, if I remember right. Yep, it's sheltered. Cool. Okay, good. Let's just make a quick looky-see. We've read those notes before. I don't think those are... No, they're not anything. Okay, so if we go this way... Now, the weight room would screw us. The boilerplate we can't do, so the only thing we could do is a closet. Fair enough. And we get a reroll. Okay. Nice. I will take it. We could go this way. Furnace, lavatory, and a nook. I'm going to do that. The pool! And I have a gem! Well, I've done the billiard room before, and I'm not going to do it this time. The puzzle was weird. It has to do with math and the... I didn't quite get it, although I figured it out, apparently. But I'm going to do the pool. Because I've never done it before. That little bell was from the dining room. Dinner's ready, but I already ate. Oh, it won't let me go in the water. But they did say something about a room having the pump. And, all right, pool room rules. I'm not going to look right now. Is it going to make the joke about there is no... We spell it OOL. See, there's no P in pool? Keep it that way. Oh. Drafting pool rules. The draft pool is your deck of potential floor plans. Each time you draft, 3 random floor plans are drawn from the draft pool for you to select from. The odds of drawing a specific floor plan may differ depending on the room. Some rooms are more rare than others. Floor plans added to the draft pool are removed at the end of the day, unless otherwise stated. No running. Yeah, I typed it when you heard the bell. You heard it on rank 8. Oh, okay. Oh. No running. I'll run in here if I want to. Don't tell me what to do. See, I'm running. How do you like me now? Running. I am running. Can't take that. Be interesting when you're able to drain this. What it does. Okay, so we're here. Again, going down this way is going to... affect us. If we put the nook in, that closes it off. If we put the spare room in, we have at least one more chance to go down. I'm going to do the nook because it gives us a key, and then we'll go through. And maybe it has something else here. Yeah, what's this? A coupon book. Save 1 coin on each purchase you make in the estate. Okay. And then we can go up this way. A sauna. Ooh, that's interesting. Let's do that. I know it closes this off, but I like it. We got a gem in there too. Nice. I miss saunas. I haven't been in one in a long time, and I always like just sitting in them and just sweating my ass off. I don't know why. It feels refreshing. So. All right. So we can go up this way. And we have to be careful because if we pick this and it doesn't turn out, then we are screwed. But we've made more progress, I think. And we've learned more. So let's give it a whirl. We get a boiler room, a laboratory, and a pump room. Now, if we get the pump room, that does screw us. But it does give us something we haven't seen before. We could do the laboratory. We've done the boiler room, which would let us keep going if we solved all of it again. I've done that before. I kind of want to do the pump room because we have the pool. So I'm kind of curious what that does. Yeah, and then that opened up to there. Okay, so now we are screwed. We can't go any farther. But okay, let's... Wow, this is complicated. Jesus. Pump room schematic. Reserve tank. Tank 1, 4 units. Tank 2, 4 units. Pump, 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 pump. Reserve tank. Water source selection. Pump control panel. Okay. So we want to drain the pool, right? What happens if I do this? I bet because nothing's on to power this, it won't do anything. Yeah, that's probably what's going to happen here. Which is fine. I at least wanted to see this. So we need a power source. We needed the boiler room. So that was a mistake. In the sense that we can't turn this on and we can't... Oh, wait. Well, that is doing something. Wait a minute. Okay, okay. Hold on. It did do something. It was pumping. Wait, whoa, 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 whoa. This is going through here, and then it goes down, and it goes into that, which I'm assuming... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Yeah, so that's this. Is it? Yeah, because there is a 6... Okay. Could we... Can't go any farther. What about secret passage? Didn't have it, and please no backseating. I know you're not necessarily doing that, but trying to learn by doing. Oh, wait a minute. I'm looking at the wrong one here. I want to look at this one. Okay. Now, if I do pool... Could I... Oh, is that taking water from the pool now? Some, not all though. I could put some in the greenhouse, right? If I could get the water here. Yeah. So now it's going to fill up the greenhouse. Nice. Now I can come... Whoops, not that one. I think... If it's a pool here... No, 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 no. Stop, stop. Oh yeah, you are doing it right. Okay. It is what I want. Okay. Now... This one is just, well, it is to these two as well. Oh, it would put... Okay, I get it. What does this do? Oh, you need this to power that. Okay, I get it. So these work by themselves, but if you want that extra little bit, you would need this. Although I don't see... This goes into here. But it's just a reserve tank. Yeah, pump 4, 6 goes in the tank. Pump 2 tank switch. Oh, wait, there's a switch back here? Oh! Holy shit balls. Okay, could you now... Like, I want the water to go that way. Can you... Why you no go down? Would this do something now? So it's going to put it in this. No, you're not putting it back in the pool. God damn it, that's not what I meant. That didn't do nothing. Let's go back to the pool because I'm not that far away from it at all. I'm kind of curious what the pool looks like now. Yeah, it's definitely more drained. God, I wish I could get it down that extra bit. I wish I could dump the water from this. Okay, that's going to fill that up. Though I don't really know why I did that. Well, that's going to 4. We want to... Oh, wait. Oh, could we... Wait. No, that's wrong button. This, flip it back. Could we? If I do this, this should dump water now into 2. Yeah. Now here's the tricky part. No, I don't want you to do that. Oh, yes, I do. Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to do. Wow, coins I can't use. Although if I had a place to put something for the next day, I could use that, but I didn't do that. So the sauna is going to give me extra steps for the next day. Let's look at our map. Yeah, we're screwed at this point. But well, we could do passageway. We didn't do that at the bottom there. I mean, it just gives us an extra room, right? Yeah, so we could at least try that. Keys throughout the house. We could also do a boiler room, but I don't know if that would be any help to us at this point. And a weight room would definitely... I'm going to make the locker room just because I haven't made a locker room yet. I mean, I get a key, which isn't really a big deal. Are all these... Okay. So those are all locked. You like fishing. Let's just do that one. I have no idea what... Ooh, gems, gems, gems. Nothing that could really help me. We could go up. Oh, yes. Okay, so let's go up and then right. Hopefully I won't run out of steps. I just want to see if I can buy anything of... I don't know if I've ever had running shoes. And because I might as well. Okay. Now we want to go to the dark room down, dark room right, pantry, guest bedroom. We're pretty much near the end of this day in terms of what I can do. But want to go to our right and then down because we can get another 10 steps, right? Or is that only once? Oh. I was mistaken. I thought you could do it every time. It's just a one-time reward. Okay. I've learned something. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. We could, I want to make sure I do this right. We want to go to something left. Oh, I saw the shoe thing pop up. I want to put my money away. Make a wish. Why making a wish? I don't know why, but I am wishing my wishes away. Huh, that's still lit. So that was permanent. Once you did that, that's permanently on. Interesting. All right. If I look at, I got the sledgehammer, I got the treasure map, but I don't have a shovel. Coupon book, running shoes. But yeah, that was definitely more progress with this one. At this point, I think I'm going to stop because I don't want to do another day. So I will stop the stream here. I want to thank everybody who stopped by and watched, either now, live, or in the future. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'd really appreciate it. Tomorrow the plan is, unless I have to do massive amounts of snow shoveling, I'm going to do a coding stream in the morning and then play this in the afternoon and or evening. That's all Central Time in the US. That is the plan. We'll see how well that plan holds. But for now, I am going to end the stream. Thank you all for watching. Take care, and I hope to see you in the future.